There we go. Sorry, you guys. I was having technical difficulties. I wasn't able to hit the live button. It wasn't working. So we're here. Hi there. Nothing to make you more nervous than when, the technology doesn't work in your favor. But my name is Liz Castro. I am so honored to be here with you guys today. I can't even begin to tell you that when I started watching all the trainings in this group, about 2 or 3 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, I saw these trainings and I was like, oh my God, like rock star status. Like one day I'm going to do a chat in that group. And I never imagined that it would be today. Honestly. So, I'm going to start by telling you guys a little bit about myself, who I am, what I've done with Paparazzi, a little bit of my story. So you kind of get to know, a little bit about me. And then we're going to jump right into a bunch of, the issues that we're having right now with the way that the world is and the way that shipping is. So, again, my name is Liz Castro. I'm going to try really hard to stay on point, you guys. So if I don't say hi or I ignore your comments, I will go back and read them all. Hello to everyone who is jumping on. I am so excited to be here. So my name is Liz Castro. I have more viewers right now than I have when I sell jewelry, but I'm super nervous. So I am an executive producer with Paparazzi. My amazing team, Glowing Radiance, hit Elite in May of this year. I started my paparazzi journey in September of 2018. My amazing sponsor, Paula, sent me a friend request, and she was from the same small town that I was from in California, and she now lived in Phoenix, which is where I moved to. So I'm like, I might know this girl. Noticed that we went to the same high school, so I accepted her friend request. Started shopping with her, dropping, like, I cannot believe this jewelry is $5. What? Like, no way. Like, I was spending so much more jewelry, so much more for jewelry at Target. And so I was like, okay, I gotta buy some stuff from her. Hi, you guys. So I started shopping with her, and quickly I racked up $80, $90 bills every week, right? So she's like, girl, you should join my team. And I'm like, no, stop you right there. I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to join your team. I am busy. I am a manager of 2 orthodontic offices, working full-time, more than full-time, putting in OT on salary, and my kids play sports, and I have 2 children with autism. The last thing I need on my plate is another direct sales business that I had failed at before, right? So I was in sales, selling orthodontic treatment, but I just did not have the time. I was like trying to get 2 offices off of the ground. So I was super busy with that. But my husband actually convinced me. For all of you guys out there that have a spouse that doesn't support you, just show them. I am blessed enough that mine did support me. Hi, guys. Blessed enough that my husband did support me, and he actually is the one that convinced me to join. He said to me, Liz, he actually said, babe, I haven't seen this sparkle in your eye in so long. I think that you should do this. I see her selling all this jewelry, and I think that you could totally do this. And I'm like, babe, come on, seriously, like another thing on my plate. There's no way. I can't handle one more thing on my plate. It's just not going to happen. So he says, look, like, I see you again. Like, you've been kind of lost with all that you've been doing. This office is stressing you out. Like, why don't you do this for you? Like, it'll be something good. The next paycheck, I'm going to give you the $99 to join. So he did. He gave me the $99. I joined. Hello, everybody from all over the world. Cali, my hometown. So he gave me the money to join, and I did. And I started slow. I just wanted to make an extra $200 for Christmas. I'm like, okay, fine. If I can like sell enough jewelry between September and December to make a couple $100 extra so that we can put towards presents, I'm down. Let's do this, right? So I did. I joined, and I started a little slow. November was amazing. I did have some sales in November, and then I got my first teammate in December, and I started to fall in love with the business. And then let's see, full circle. I went to EMP in Miami in February. So I was never going to quit my job. Okay. I'm that person that like, I was never going to quit my job. It's not going to happen. I had like been at my job longer than my husband had. So I was never going to quit my job. But then EMP happened, okay? So I'm just gonna tell you right now, you need to go to events. I am such a believer in events. They will change your mind, they will change your world. So I started in September, started maybe considering quitting my job. Like I didn't say it out loud, but I thought like in November, like, holy cow, I'm onto something and maybe one day I could quit my job. February comes, I go to EMP. I actually went to Miami, EMP, because Miami is where my mom and dad and my grandparents were living at the time. My grandpa has since passed away, but I thought I'll make it a trip. Even though California was closer, I made it a trip. I went to Miami to EMP, and I didn't know anyone. I am still embarrassed. Like, I still tell Summer, like, I had the chance to hug you, but I did not know who you were. And I kick myself in the butt all the time because I saw you at EMP, but I was so new and so fresh to everything that I didn't know who anybody was. So I went to Miami, and I didn't hide it because I was so excited about going. I did go to see my family, and that's what I had told my job. But a friend of mine was also working where I was working. She was one of the managers, and she saw my posts. And when I came back from Miami, EMP was wonderful. When I came back from Miami, my job gave me grief about going to EMP. Basically, they called me out on doing something for my side business when I should have been at work, okay? Mind you, I actually worked my trip, and the reason I chose Miami is because I would have to take less days off from my actual job in order to be able to go and not have to take off patient days. And they gave me grief about going. And I had asked for the time off with more than a month in advance. So I was like, hold up, wait a second. You're giving me grief about what I did with my time off? Like, I asked for the time off and you're telling me what I can or cannot do with my time off? Oh, no. That's not gonna happen. Sorry. So I was mad. I was so mad. And I was so upset because they're like, oh, well, like, you know, like you can't, you know, this is your priority, your job, and da-da-da. And then I was like, wait a second, you're telling me what to do with my time off? Really, right now? Oh, no. The backpedaling started, right? Like, oh, no. Oh, we're not trying to tell you what to, I'm just saying, like, in the future. Like, they backpedaled so quick. I was so mad. I called Paula, and I was so angry. And I'm like, Paula, I know that I told you that I was never quitting my job, but I want to quit so bad right now. I called my husband, and I'm like, I am so mad, so mad. So he's like, quit. And I'm like, what? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, quit? And he's like, quit, I got you. Like, we got this. Like, you're going to do great at this. Let's just quit. Forget that job. You're stressed out all the time. Just quit. And I was like, are you serious? And this was like, you guys, it was like, I was not at the level to quit yet. I was not making the money that I was making at my job yet, but something felt so right? I have 2 children with autism, and I was giving this job my all, my everything. Like, all of my energy was going to this job, right? And I would be on the phone till 10 o'clock at night because if the doctor messaged me, I had to respond because he was the doctor, right? So it was just like a really stressful place. And I found myself so aggravated with the kids. I would leave at 6 in the morning. I wouldn't come home till 7 o'clock at night sometimes. And I was giving this job my best. Okay, I have 2 children with autism. So like, I just started to see a slip in their work, in their schoolwork, in their behavior. I wasn't paying attention enough to my family because I was giving everything I had to this job. Because I'm going to tell you, everything that I've ever done, I have given it 110%. I treated that place like if it was my business that I owned, because that's just my work ethic. So I was giving this job everything, okay? So I quit. I went in, they called my attention on Tuesday. On Thursday, I went in. It was the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. I gave them my 2 weeks. On the 28th of February of last year was my last hurrah, goodbye. And if I had been praying to the Lord that this was the right decision for me. I was praying and I said, oh my gosh, like, Lord, if this is what you want me to do, I'm just going to follow it. It feels right to quit, even though it feels uncertain. I have doubt. I don't know if we're going to make ends meet. We were living paycheck to paycheck with that job, you guys. I was writing checks at the grocery store that I did not have the amount to cover it in my account because I was trying to buy myself 2 days so that my kids could have groceries to eat. And I was a manager of 2 orthodontic offices. And I hate to say that out loud because I feel so bad that I was writing a check that I know the funds weren't there, but I knew for sure in 2 days they'd be there. And that's what we had to do to feed our family. Managing 2 orthodontic offices, okay? Manager, not just working the front desk, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I was a manager of 2 offices and struggling to make ends meet. All right. So I I drove up to the house the day that I quit. My last day at work, I tied every last end at that place. They even told me, like, we've never seen somebody like give their 2 weeks and work as hard as you did in those 2 weeks. Because a lot of times you quit and you check out, right? I tied every loose end so that things would get taken care of once I was gone. I drove up to my apartment, and my son, my oldest son, who is a man of very few words, he has autism, and he won't speak unless you make him. Like, he won't even speak when spoken to. You have to tell him, be verbal, like, use your words, yes or no, like, don't just shake your head at me. Runs up to my car, mommy, oh my gosh, right? Runs up to my car, and I'm like, hi, Talon, what's up? He's like, I am so excited. And I said, what's going on? What happened? What's up? And he's like, you quit your job. You're gonna have so much more time to spend with us now. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, if that wasn't a sign from the Lord telling me you made the right decision, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what is. The kid is totally nonverbal, and like most of the time, and he ran in excitement, and it was like what I needed to hear in that moment, because I knew like I had made the best decision for my family, and I didn't realize how affected they were by me like not giving them the time that I needed, right? So full circle, like, I started to just really concentrate. I had the best up until this month, because this month I've beat all the records, but at that point, and for a very long time, I had my highest sales month the next month, because I quit my job and I was like, this has to work. So I took like all the money that I had coming from that job. I invested in my business. I bought inventory, and I had the biggest sales month in March of that year, which was 2019. So until this month. But before then, like, it was my biggest month because I had to make it work, right? And so then what happened was, and this is, I don't know if it's normal, but it was just me. I got comfortable. I'm gonna admit that I'm a procrastinator. So what happened was that I almost like was home now, and I didn't like, I found myself working more on my business when I had a 9 to 5, because I had to use those few hours that I had at night to work my business. And then I got super comfortable, and I started noticing that like there was days where I was like, I'm just gonna take a day off today. I'm gonna Netflix and chill all by myself. My kids are at school. I deserve it. I work too hard. And I just started kind of like getting lazy, to be honest. I was like, you know, and my sales started to go down a little bit. I wasn't recruiting anyone, and like I had like all these excuses and I was trying to convince everyone how hard I was working, but I was really being super lazy. Honestly, being dumb lazy. Like I had more hours to work my business than ever, and I was choosing not to. Okay, because now I quit my job. I have like all this freedom to like do nothing. Okay, so it was like a real struggle. And then out of nowhere, COVID happened, right? COVID happens, and all of a sudden I have to now homeschool. What? Like, I have to keep these kids on track. Well, when am I going to work my business? Like, no, I need to work my business. So all of a sudden, all this time that I had got taken away from me. So guess what happened? I started working my tush off with every second that I had, spare minute that I had. Okay. So, I just was struggling, you guys. Okay. So COVID happens, and then now I have to homeschool, and now I have to like I am not a homeschool mom. God bless all you homeschool moms. I don't know how you do it. I don't have much patience for it. I am like, it literally has, and here we go again, right? Because it's going to happen again now for us. I'm in Arizona, by the way. So I moved from California to Arizona a couple years ago. And so we're back to having to homeschool again. So we're going to have to work it out, and everyone's going to have to like readjust, right? So that happened, and I just hit the ground running. We grew the team. I started doing consistent team chats, and with 96 people on my team, we hit elite. 96 total team members, maybe 26 personally sponsored, I think I had when we hit elite. So my team kicked butt, and that was all of them, because I cannot work towards my my team, right? I can't work towards those numbers. It's all my team. So I decided to kick butt, and we did, and we pushed and pushed and pushed, and we made it happen. So don't tell me that your team isn't big enough to do things, because when I heard the numbers of what other people had on their team when they hit elite, I was blown away. And I shared those numbers with my team today, because I wanted them to know how amazing they are. Okay. So COVID happens, right? So that leads me into what we're going to talk about today. So COVID happens, and now shipping is delayed. Okay, so shipping is delayed and it's a big struggle for new consultants. And it is, it's like they get their kit and you guys are selling your stuff as quickly as you can. And you're so excited that you sold all this stuff and you're going to go reinvest that money. And now shipping is taking 2 to 3 weeks, right? So what are you doing with that time? It's something that we cannot control, you guys, and we cannot fall into the pit of letting something that we cannot control make you quit. Okay. You cannot control this, okay? This is a pandemic. It is going on around the world. And we are so lucky that our company is still dropping new and still thriving during a time when most businesses are going out of business, okay? Paparazzi has mastered a business that through 2 recessions is thriving, okay? Because when they started this, they went through a recession and now we're going through another hardship with the world. And we are lucky that they're still moving. When COVID started, I was like, oh, here it goes. We're gonna start to only see 1 or 2 new items on the new release time because there's no way they can keep up. Our stuff comes from China. This stuff has to slow down at some point, right? So I thought for sure, like, we're gonna see a huge like minimization in the dropping at new. Well, guess what? They haven't slowed down with that. They keep bringing the fire, right? And something that we cannot control. They cannot process the orders as fast as we're making them, you guys, because we are thriving. Like, I've heard that people are quitting because they're not getting orders, and that blows my mind. Like, you see this company is thriving to the point that things are slowed down because we are doing so well as a company, and you're gonna quit that? Like, it blows my mind, you guys. Like, if you feel passionate about what you are doing and if you believe in this product, a delay in shipping cannot slow you down. It is simply a trip on a rock, you guys. I get it. Maybe you can't reinvest the money that you borrowed from your family and you need this to work. So do you want to know what you're going to do? You're going to work a different angle of your business, okay? You're going to share your website like you've never shared anything before. You are going to put your website out there and you're going to work on getting income coming in without having to put $1 forward, because I don't know if you know this, but customer orders are shipping out quicker than your orders. So you're going to encourage people. You're going to be excited about the business. You're not going to go on and say, this company sucks because my shipping is delayed, so I'm trying to find something else to do. Like, that's your attitude. You're never going to succeed in this business. So you're going to go out onto your platform, whatever it is, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is that you're using to run your business. And you are going to tell people how excited you are that new pieces drop every single day and that they can grab them at noon and that they can place their orders and get them before you get them. Okay. So you're going to use the avenue of your website, your free website, by the way, that Paparazzi gives you that other companies charge you $20 a month or more for, to have a website where your customers can order. You get it for free. So utilize it. Put some money in your account on the 20th of next month by pushing those online orders, you guys. You need to push your online orders and you need to tell people that they can order from your website. Be excited about it. Tell them how awesome it is, how fun it is, the rush of 12 o'clock. The rest of the consultants on here may not be happy that I'm telling you that, because then they're going to get less pieces and maybe a customer may get frustrated because they may not get what they want at noon. But you can tell them at, I'm noon because I'm in Arizona, but 3 o'clock or whatever time you drop. Maybe just let them know that there are some new items added in the afternoon if you don't want them to take your good pieces. But my point is utilize your website because their orders are shipping way faster than ours, okay? And that's just because Paparazzi wants to keep your customers happy because they are your customers and they don't want delays for them, and we have to bite the bullet to make our customers happy, okay? So utilize your website, tell people, be excited about it, let them know, okay? Another thing you can be doing that takes a while to figure out is working your algorithm. The Facebook algorithm is a monster that we all need to get more familiar with, and it changes all the time. So learn what things help your business. I'm not here to talk about algorithm or how you can do things because this is not an algorithm talk, but find an algorithm video. There's a lot of them. There's some in this group. Search YouTube, Google the algorithm and learn what things you can be doing to better your business. Make the connections with people, comment on people's stories because that gets them into your messenger. That tells the algorithm, oh my gosh, these two people know each other. So when you go live, you're going to show up for more people. Comment on people's things that you haven't interacted with, people that aren't shopping with you. You want to figure out different avenues. You want to I am terrible at Instagram. If you're waiting on shipping and you cannot go live with that, go work your Instagram, go work your Snapchat, figure out how to take a cute selfie and how to attach your link so that people can be like, and do it with Blockbusters, because that's what I do. I take pictures with Blockbusters, I put them on Snapchat, I attach my link, and I'm like, check out these cute hoops. You can order them on my website right now. Figure out different avenues of doing this. If you're big on Facebook and you've shown everything that you have on Facebook, go show it on Instagram, show it on Snapchat, figure out another way. If you've shown everything that you have and everybody that shops with you has seen it, drop pictures of what you have available in stories, because there's people that literally go through Facebook, do not ever scroll. All they're doing is looking through stories. So you might grab a bunch of new customers that you had no idea had never shopped with you. They had no idea you sold stuff. You put this cute little $5 pair of hoops on there and they're gonna be like, what? This girl sells, what? $5? And you've automatically gotten new customers that don't scroll through Facebook. So just because you're a scroller, don't assume that everybody else is a scroller. Utilize your stories, okay? Work that part of the business, because that is a huge part. Build your business page if you don't have one. Get people into your VIP group. Do fun things. Provide bling therapy for people. Just go live. Another thing you could do is go live with your personal stuff. People will fall in love with you and they will want to buy from you because of you. I did a 30 days live I turned into 60, but I didn't do the 60. I did 30 days of lives, and it was just going live with whatever it is that your little heart desires, whether it's walking your dog or teaching your kid how to bake or, cooking in the kitchen. I'm keto. I posted a keto cracked chicken recipe, right? And a Mexican style cracked chicken recipe. And I got viewers on that thing that had never shopped with me before because I opened myself up to new people. And so still to this day, people are like, hey, can I have that recipe for that chicken you went live with? Random people that don't shop with me or whatever, but that's what you need to do. People want to see your life. They want to see what you're doing, go, if it's not cooking and you knit or you have a hobby or you're a photographer, like whatever it is, like go live with whatever it is that's going to get people to know who you are. You're not going to have time to do that when you have all the boxes coming with a turnaround time of 3 days, okay? So work that now and try to gain all of those people to your page, because you need to be interesting and you need to stay relevant and people need to know who you are. If you love dogs, post about your dog. Like I have a husky and he takes over my show sometimes and people love him. So attract those people. Use the things that you are passionate about to build your viewers. Okay. So those are a few things that you can, I took notes, you guys, cause I will forget. Different ways to sell. We talked about that, working your algorithm, different social medias. Okay. Another thing you can be doing, which is super important, is training. You guys, I have a training video specifically, mostly from the ones from this group, but I have a training video playing in the background while I'm invoicing, when I'm cooking, while I'm taking a shower. Never ever know it all, okay? When you know it all, you know nothing. So always be open to learning and to listening to other people, to making it your own. Put on a training video and do these are press-ons, girls. I put on a training video and I put my press-ons on. Like I always have trainings because you need to feed your mind, your soul. And just because you don't like the way somebody does something doesn't mean that you can't tweak it and make it your own. You take a little bit of what everybody else is doing and you make it your own. And trainings are so important for your soul, for your business, for your mindset. Do not stop training videos, okay? You have to have them. You need to do them. People love my husband too. My husband steals the show when he goes live with me. So do not stop training, you guys. It's something that is evolving. The world of Facebook changes. The world of the styles change. Methods of doing things change. People that are new that have, had a business doing something else, bring something so wonderful to this and tweak it and make it their own. So make sure that you are doing, Danielle, you got your hug. Yay. I'm so glad you got your hug. I sent you that hug, girl. I was thinking about you. So you need to keep up with the trainings, you guys. Another thing is making connections. So you guys, when this is all over, and it will be, because I have faith that all of this is going to be over, do you realize how many people are going to be dying to have a bling party? To get all of their girls together that they weren't able to hug for months and buy cute jewelry? You guys, you need to set yourself up with the inventory and with the connections to literally bring the party when this is all over, okay? I'm already like thinking so big. I have a club. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. Hopefully not for long, but I have a clubhouse, and I'm thinking like when this is all over, the bling parties that I am going to be throwing are going to be amazing. Make connections with people, okay? Just realized I could be shipping while watching this. Yes, girl, you could do 2 things at once. Multitasking is my thing. Okay, so people are going to be wanting to party, and you need to get it ready, you guys. Everybody is going to want to do in-person parties. Set yourself up with connections, meet new people, talk to people that you weren't talking to before. Like, this is the opportunity. Take the time that you are scrolling through Facebook and not doing anything for your business, and make connections with people and start planting these seeds, you guys. Okay, let's go into mindset, excuses, and quitting. That was my next one. I have a quote here, and I cannot give the person credit for it. And I think I heard it in this group. It might have been Trent. But the quote that literally, you guys, drives me and that I love to repeat is that a person who hit elite is a star consultant who did not give up. Okay, so we all started as a plain consultant, then got active and became a star consultant, okay? So an elite is a star consultant that did not give up. Do you want to be known as the star consultant that gave up, the director that gave up, like the premier director that gave up, the elite that gave up? Like, you cannot give up on this business, you guys. If shipping delays are the reason you're quitting this, you have another thing coming. Like, you're not going to be successful at anything, because this business is going to throw much bigger problems at you. And I understand the ones that just started and like literally you're waiting on that money to turn it around. I get it. But I promise you that if you continue to do all the other things and you continue to work your business and work your algorithm and do all these things right, the items will be there and you're going to be set up so nicely. Okay. So you cannot give up on a business, because you can't throw out the baby with the bathwater, okay? My girls have heard me say this before. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, okay? Something's not working. It's gonna get resolved. I promise you that we're gonna get back to the days where you order on Monday and you get your stuff on Thursday. Like, that's legit a real thing. I remember ordering on Monday and getting my stuff on Thursday. We will get back there. You just have to understand that there's something bigger going on in the world, and it has affected our business, right? If this little thing is making you quit, what are you going to do when you get an upset, customer or client that got something broken and complained about you or gave you a bad review, or you messed up on shipping because you're getting so busy that you forgot to put the apartment number, guilty, and that item got sent back to you and it's taken 3 weeks to come back to you and you don't know what to do? Are you going to quit because something went wrong? Like, that is ridiculous, you guys. You cannot quit because something is going wrong. You're going to figure out a way to make it work, right? You're not going to make it in this business. And I'm going to tell you that right now. If shipping delays are making you want to quit, you're not going to be successful at much, okay? Because you're going to come across struggles in every single thing that you do, whether it's a marriage, whether it's, raising your kids. Like, I wish they came with a handbook, right? Like, I use this analogy with one of my girls today. Like, you have to treat this like a baby. This is your baby. Your business is your baby. Are you going to stop feeding your baby because you can't figure out how to get them to, not eat their peas? No, you can't stop feeding the baby, right? My kid doesn't listen. He cries and throws a fit. So I'm just going to stop feeding him. Does that make any sense to you? No, you cannot stop feeding the kid. You got to feed the kid, and you're going to figure out how to get him to not have a potty mouth like you do, right? Like, or how to get him to do his homework or her homework. And like, you have to figure out a way to do this. You're not going to give up because one small thing is not going the right way. You need to put everything that you have into this business, and you need to get all of the excuses out the door. Okay. I could come up with 20 excuses in 2 seconds flat, right? I never get the new. I never, I don't have enough viewers. Nobody's shopping with me. Oh, my favorite. My family doesn't support what I'm doing. My family and friends don't buy from me. Oh my gosh, seriously? Like, most of my customers are people that I connected with through Facebook. Like, I have a girl on my team who started her business with 0 social media. Like, she's 0 social media. I don't have space. That's another one. Okay. I don't have space for inventory. My girl that started with 0 social media, no social media, and working out of an RV in 2 feet of space, has killed it in this business. And she just purchased her own she shed with her debit card because she took this business and ran with it with zero social media in an RV with no space. I don't want to hear those excuses, you guys. You work hard for the things that you're passionate about, for the things that you care about. You want this bad enough, you're going to have it. But you are in control of your mindset. You cannot allow one stumble to dictate the entire fate of your business. It just cannot happen. You need to believe that you can. You need to remember your why, because your why needs to be bigger than your excuses. I know you've heard that before. If your why is bigger than your excuses, you will succeed. Because darn if I'm going to let anything get in the way of me being a better mom to my kids, being home and being able to be a better mom and to provide the things that I wish that I could have had when I grew up, and to provide all these memories that I'm going to be able to make for them. And that's my drive and my passion. And then it changed into, I want this. I want the way that I feel about this business and the passion that I've gotten, the confidence that it's brought me. I want that for every woman that I love. I want it for them. Okay. So my why is way bigger, way bigger. You cannot let one negative slip in your mind to get you sulk. That's fine. Let me just tell you, the day that I lost Fashion Fix, that gold set with the, the gold multi-metal set, and it came out of my car and I got none, and I had pre-orders for a ton of them. I got angry. I cried for more than 5 minutes, because I always tell my girls, cry for 5 minutes and let it go. I was unconsolable for probably 2 or 3 hours. I'm not going to lie. This set right here, the set that came with this ring right here, that set right there, I bought it full price from a consultant because I was so devastated that I didn't get it. So cry about it. That's fine. Cry with yourself. If you have to go to your sponsor, go ahead, but get over it, okay? Because that set is not going to make my business. Nobody knows that you missed black fringe earrings unless they're another consultant or they're one of those customers that knows that new drops and they're on there. Disappoint her. I'm sorry. There's going to be more tomorrow. Get over it. Move on. There are people in this business making over 20 grand a week off of what is left in the back office. And I know you've heard that before. Okay. You need to make your business. No other company gives you new every single day. Okay. No matter what sells out, there's always something there that's new. Grab it. Sell it. I don't care if it's ugly to you. Buy the ugly and sell it to someone. Put it against yourself and say how beautiful you feel. I guarantee you that somebody is going to fall in love with that necklace. But you need to believe it. And you need to believe that somebody will rock that necklace. And you need to sell it, girl. Okay? Yes, make every piece a hot seller. That is like the best advice ever. Then, I forgot to write my Kobe quote. Another thing, there was a Kobe quote that I wanted to share and I couldn't find it. But another thing is letting what other people think of you get in your mind is the worst thing that you can possibly do. Look, I'm guilty. Okay. I was worried that somebody was going to say, oh my gosh, she's selling $5 jewelry. What else is she selling? Oh my gosh, cheap. That's so crazy. Like, what is she doing now? Okay. What those people think of you does not matter. Okay. What other people think of you don't matter. If you allow what other people think of you run your business and run your mindset, you're not going to get anywhere. You cannot worry about the things that people think about you. Okay, because that can really throw you in a hole. I'm going to talk to my seasoned girls now, okay? I'm going to talk to my leaders, my successful girls. I brought a little bit of fire for the new consultants and ways to kind of keep running your business. Now I'm talking to you girls that are successful, because this happens, okay? You start to question yourself. It's already happened to me, and I'm not even close to where some of you guys are, okay? You come to a point where you feel like a failure as a leader. You feel like you're failing as a leader, as a mom, as a housewife, as a wife. There's all these things that come. And a lot of times, you guys, these things happen right after you hit a huge rank or a huge success. Like, you start to question, am I even worth it? Or you feel like, man, I wasn't as excited as I thought as I was going to be for hitting that rank. Or like, these doubts creep in, you guys. And these things happen, okay? So like, I've come to the realization that I cannot make everybody happy, and you need to come to that realization, okay? There's times when I was just having a conversation with somebody today where I'm like, do I want all of my girls on my team to love and adore me? Yes. Do they? No. Okay. Have I made some of them upset by something that I've said and they took the wrong way? Yes. Do I want everybody that watches my live to love me? Yes. Do they? No. Do I want for all these people to love everything that it is that I do, all of my posts and all of my excitement over paparazzi? Yeah, I want everybody to be excited like me, but do they? No. Okay. So you need to be okay with that. I am okay with the fact that I cannot make every single person on my team happy. And guess what, you guys? If you don't tell your leader that you need something, there is no way that they can know. Maybe when it's a smaller team and it's more manageable, but the more you grow, there's no possible way, you guys. If you need help, you need to speak up. I'm going to use my girl Erandi's quote. Closed mouths don't get fed. If you are struggling and you truly have done everything that I talked about, you've worked your business sideways and you've done everything and you're running out of jewelry, tell your sponsor. I guarantee you that they'll be like, here's a bunch of bling for you. But if you don't say that you're struggling, nobody's going to know. Okay. If you need help or if you see that your sponsor is doing something for somebody else that they're not doing to you, first of all, you've got way too much time on your hands, because that time that you're looking at what everybody else is doing and what everybody else is getting from your sponsor, you should be putting into your own business and not worrying about that. But let's say you are worried about that and you have a second to look and see that she's giving this person a credit for her team, but she never did that to me. Honey, you never asked for it. Okay? If you don't add your sponsor to your chat, if you don't add your sponsor to your group, and then you complain because your sponsor is doing all this stuff for other people on their team and not for you, guess what? You didn't trust your sponsor enough to have her help you in that way, so you can't help that person. All right? So closed mouths don't get fed. Speak up if you need the help, okay? My leaders, okay? You are not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that is okay. You cannot please every single person on your team. It's never going to happen. You're going to say things that offend people. You're going to say things that hurt people's feelings. As long as you're leading from your heart and you know yourself that what you said was not meant that way, and you communicate with your people and you guys air things out, because we're adults and we're not in high school or middle school anymore. We're going to openly communicate and advocate open communication, and don't get upset if somebody says, you know what, something you said really bothered me. Don't go, don't dismiss their feelings, right? You need to be open to the fact that you maybe said something that was taken the wrong way. Apologize when you need to and move forward, because open communication between a sponsor and her personally sponsored, it's something that is very huge, and you need to leave that line open. You cannot get upset. These things are going to make your team stronger, because speaking about it is going to make it better for everyone. Okay. So make sure that you are approachable, that you're not that leader that everyone's scared to talk to because you're just going to get upset at people. Okay. So just like you want to voice the things that bother you about your team because things happen, you need to be open to the other people's feelings. Right. So I know the struggle of feeling like, there's this huge funk right now, you guys. And I don't know, after all this success of everybody ranking in the last few months and all the success going on in paparazzi, I've seriously across the board, have noticed that there's this funk going on where even the people that are succeeding are getting into this weird funk. And I'm here to tell you that you are enough, that you can't make everybody happy, that you need to change your mindset. You can take a moment, a breather, to do self-care, to take a bath, to turn off your phone for the weekend or a day or whatnot. You're entitled to that. I guarantee you your team will be okay. If they can't find you, they'll find the answer. If you need to take a day for self-care, take it. But just know that you are enough, you are worthy, and there's more to come. Okay? Because this is only the beginning. We're only scratching the surface. And the more successful you get, the more haters you're going to have, the more people upset at you're going to have. But you're going to lead with heart. And you're going to lead knowing that you're changing lives. And that even if today you don't feel like you made a difference, you're going to get a message from somebody telling them what big of a difference you made. And how something you said changed their life. How something that you took the initiative to do because you knew you needed work and you needed to change something in yourself, how that's going to change somebody's life tomorrow. How you just being honest and open and saying, you know what, I messed up. I said something that maybe I shouldn't have said. And I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings, or I haven't been the best leader. These are things that they need to hear from you and things that you need to go through, because you cannot possibly savor success without failure. You have to go through failure, and you have to fail forward, and you need to feel doubt so that you can enjoy success. You need to feel uncertainty so that you can feel kindness, appreciation. Like all of these things that happen, you guys, it doesn't happen because you're unlucky or because you're unloved. It happens because in order to really savor what's coming, and in order for your heart to prepare to really appreciate what's in store, you have to go through pain. You have to go through failure. You have to stumble and fall, because when that comes your way, you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to just need it more than anything. Okay. So, oh my goodness, I'm so glad. Oh, you guys are so sweet. So that's what I have for you guys today, okay? You are enough even though you don't feel like it. And there's a lot of people that have everything in the world, all the money in the world, and are still unhappy. We could talk about celebrities right all day long if you want. There are people that having it all are still alone. And you're not alone. And if you ever need to get something off of your chest, I am here to listen. You can reach out to me and you could say, hey girl, like this is how I'm feeling today. And I will turn your little butt around and get that mindset right. And there's days where I'm going to need it too, because as positive as I am and as positive as I try to be, when I fall, you guys, I fall hard. Because my husband suffers from depression and anxiety. And when he's down, I need to be up. And when I hit the ground because I'm exhausted from always being positive, and I'm so done with just trying to be the good and the positive, and I hit the floor because I'm so done, it's hard. And I'm going to need somebody to talk to also. And I'm going to need somebody to say, dude, like, ridiculous. Let's go. You're better than this. Because we all go through it, and you're not alone in that. Okay? All right, you guys. I don't know how long I went, but you're the only man selling. Oh, no, I see another one in here. Let me try to go back and read some of your guys' comments. I hope that you guys got a little something out of this. I'm hoping that I brought a little fire. I know, I'm a crybaby. I'm sorry. Yes, be grateful for your sponsor and leader. Oh, are you guys crying? I am a big crybaby. Oh, you're welcome, Chelsea. I know some people, it's really hard to talk about. It's things that they're very personal and things that you find struggle to talk about, but find somebody that's willing to listen. There's a lot of us out there, you guys. I've been very grateful and thankful for other consultants that have been very nice to me and helped me with a lot of stuff. Oh, you know what? I'm going to talk to you guys about something. I was super upset, you guys. I was so sad that I didn't get to walk the stage, and I started to look at things a little bit differently this time around. And I'm like, man, I really wanted to walk the stage, and I was so mad because I wanted to walk the stage, and I wanted my pink roses, and I wanted to walk the stage because I hit elite, you know. And I was so mad about it. And then I started to think about it, and I'm like, man, like God's funny. Like I literally feel like I'm walking the stage right now with you guys, right? Like there's 600 people plus watching, and I was so stuck on physically walking the stage, right? But you walk the stage every single day. You show up, you touch lives, you sell jewelry that's way more than jewelry. It's confidence. Like walk the stage every single day. You don't have to be in Vegas on an actual stage to walk the stage. Okay, so that is what I'm taking home today. I am walking the stage every day, no matter whether I walk the stage or not. Oh, I'm gonna go back and read all of these comments, you guys. Holy moly. You guys are awesome. I'm gonna read all of these back, and I'll try to respond to so many of these. Oh, Mandy! Hi, Mandy! Oh my gosh! Hi, Mandy! Oh my gosh, I am so excited right now. Holy moly. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Walk the stage every day of your life. Be the good. Don't hit that slump and stay stuck there. You can hit it. You can get down there a little bit, but get back up, okay? Goodbye, you guys!